What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Pope Show. And today, before we get started, I'm going to give another shout out to Garage Omino. It is a app for men where you can go on there and talk about car stuff, talk about motorcycles, dirt bikes, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, RC cars. You can talk about drawing cars. You can talk about anything to do with vehicles or toys. And that is an awesome app. I have used it many times before. As I said, I have been on there for a year now, and it's helped me a lot. Whenever I get stuck on something, I can go on there, get into a chat. There's tons of chats with like random stuff, man. There's all kinds of stuff on there. And I can get in that chat, and they'll help me out. They've been really cool. There's a lot of cool guys on there. So if you haven't got it yet, I would definitely jump onto that and get that app. But all right, let's start today's episode. Finally, I'm excited. Finally got the parts I've been waiting for to try to put that blaster back together. This is what I've been waiting for. Those stupid little rings for that wrist pin. So now I can put the engine back together, and then I can try to see if I can get spark now, which I got a new boot for it, and then I got a new spark plug. NGK, baby. So we are gonna go ahead and try putting everything back together, see if we can get it running today. And as you can see, this poor guy has become storage. It's been sitting there for a couple weeks now. Let's go ahead and clean it up and get it over the other side of the garage. So let's go ahead and take the piston out of its little fuel bath. It's been in there for a couple weeks now. Probably close to a month now, jeepers. Not too snazzy. And then I'm gonna grab a plastic brush, that way I don't mar up. Okay, if you guys can see right there, oh there we go, now you can see it. That's that little pin I was talking about, that when the ring comes around, it's gonna stop right there. It's gonna stop right there, holds it in the right place so it doesn't go past that port and rip that ring off. So you can't really mess these up. Pretty simple. Okay guys, and then I forgot to mention, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little arrow right there. And that means you point that towards the intake. And this is gonna be the exhaust side. So make sure to put it in there just like this. Okay, so we got the head on, but now I tried rolling it over with the Kickstarter and it seized again. It's done that twice. Last time I got it unstuck by putting some oil in it, but it got stuck again. So we're gonna go ahead and tear into that side and see what's going on there. Not doing anything. So we're gonna take this foot pedal out of the way first. And when you go in there and take these screws out, because they're just Phillips, you want to make sure you get one that fits just perfect, because you really don't want to strip those out. And so I'm going to use this one, which is a pretty flat tip. It's a P3. So I'm going to use that. And they definitely had this thing apart. Finally got that stupid bolt out. I had to sit there and take needle nose and go little by little. When you got something that looks like that, don't try putting that back in. Just get another frickin' bolt. Jeepers. So I put the cover back on because I looked at all the gears and none of them were stuck or anything like that. So what I did instead is I went ahead and took the head back off and the jug back off, because it's not the Kickstarter that's frozen or anything like that. I think it's the actually crank. I took it down and I'm spraying some WD-40. Let me show you. But as you can see, I got it further down because it's not top dead center. But that's what's frozen, is that crank in there. So what I've been doing is spraying WD-40 in there, well, PB Blaster, and then slowly cranking on this and just let it keep soaking in there. Let's see if I can get down farther. Oh no! I got it freed up though. Okay, so I got it freed up, got it back to top dead center. I'm gonna go ahead and put the jug and the head and everything back on and get back to you. Okay guys, so now we're finally back to, not square one, but back to the same thing I did about an hour ago. And now, look at that. Beauty. So what it was, just the crankshaft needed some lubrication. A little bit of finessing, and then cranks right over. And when I was in there, I looked at the clutch plates too, and they look good, and the basket looks good. So, you know, I kind of wanted to tear into that anyways. I needed to drain that oil because I just put some car oil in there just so it wasn't seized up. But if you use car oil, I think it was like 1040, that'll burn up your clutches. They're not made for these clutch plates. So, like I said, you want to make sure that you grab motorcycle oil, or else you'll just keep burning your clutches up. But, so for the first thing, we're going to go put the boot on. Because now I'm going to try to see if I can get spark or not. I didn't put the carburetor on yet, just because, you know, I want to see if I get spark first. There's no sense putting a carburetor on while I'm looking for spark, because it's just going to keep dumping fuel into the cylinder, and I don't want to do that. So, we put this little plastic boot on first. Then if you look at it, there's actually like a threaded screw in there, and that screws into the actual wire, and that's what holds this on. So it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is just screw it on. And there we go. That's all she takes. And let's open this little baby. See what she's got for me. All that big packaging for one spark plug. Why in the heck would I need 4? Well, I guess if they buy them in 4, probably cheaper for them. Whatever. Little beans. And then you want to make sure that you gap it up to spec. And this is what you use. This is what you'd use to gap the spark plug. Which, for the blasters, it says like 0.028 to 0.035, I believe. So like we are at 0.03, so I will call that good. So I guess without further ado, and then I know last time I was asking what this whole junk is. Well, I guess it's for your throttle, and what it is it's basically like a kill switch, and it kills it if you're trying to start it with a full open throttle, and it kills it also with some other operation, I can't remember. So we're going to try without it to see if an open loop will let it start. If not, I'll get some ends for this and try to wire it in and see if maybe that's the problem. Which I was talking to a lot of people, and they say a lot of these, that's what the problem is why they lose spark, because this malfunctions. And there's a way to tune it, but I still have to do some research to figure out how to tune it. But I'm going to try first without this. Okay, let's see what happens. Oops. Turn this light off. So as you can see, there's no spark. I'm gonna go ahead. Turn the light back on so you can see something. I'm gonna go ahead and try cobbling up some wires for that sensor and see if that'll work. Yes. So I got this all fixed, and then I put some of that shrink wrap right here because that was a bare wire kind of showing, and then I just put, you know, a male and female end on here, and let's see if we get any spark. Yeah, still no spark. No spark. Next thing I would do is check that coil to see if that coil is bad or not. But I don't have a multimeter. I just threw mine away because some cheap Harbor Freight one is frustrating. But we'll end it here, and then next time do some research and hopefully get the wiring fixed. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of this episode. Next episode we'll dig more deeply into the wiring because I have a multimeter by then, so I can actually check some stuff. But you know, it could be the coil, it could be the ground, could be a couple different things, but at least we got to the point to where now all I gotta do is worry about the spark. Now that I got the cylinder freed and Kickstarter freed, everything's kicking over beautifully, so let's worry about spark next time and hopefully get a ride next time. But alright guys, peace. Publicity? No, publicity? Blah, blah. Never, I won't say that.